Hello. Hello, everyone. Ah, go. I don't think that changed anything. Does this picture look okay? Yeah. Colors are okay and like it's not washed out. I can't tell because of the window in front of me.
It's a little washed out.
Okay. I did. The color better? Not washed out? Yeah, that's better. Okay, thank you. All right, I'll be documenting with the April Studio Calico kit. Don't remember what the name of it is. And I actually need to print 2 more photos. Of course, I didn't do that. I'll do that really quick. Going to, let's print 2 more 3x4 photos before we get started. I already printed. Okay. I use a Canon selfie to print my photos, and I use the Project Life app to do the layout that I want. So I can print straight from my phone. So all photos on the Canon selfie print out as 4x6. So if I want like 2 3x4s, or you can tap that little thing, you can change the configuration so you could print like multiple smaller photos, which works really well because it's Project Life. Hi, Drea. Because it's the Project Life app, the sizing is perfect for all of the various different pocket pages. I picked up, let me get a piece of paper to put behind this, or I'll use my iPad case. I picked up these pocket pages from Studio Calico when I grabbed my kit. It's a 6x8 page. Sorry if you can hear the printer. It's a 6x8 pocket. Has a 4x6 right here, and then 6 2x2 photo or whatever places at the bottom. And then it also came with, where did I put that other one? Again, a 6x8 with, I guess these would probably be like 3x8 sized columns. So before I get started documenting my week, I wanted to make a quick layout with each of these for my personal album. So these are the photos I'm going to be using for the one with the small spaces at the bottom, and then that is for the other one. Put those back there for now. Hello. Happy Saturday. I'm still more tired than I should be for it being 10 o'clock. Struggles of someone that is not a morning person. I'm gonna cut these. Ooh, I cannot cut a straight line. Y'all know this. These are 6 tiny 2x2 photos of our cat. And when I realized that I took 6 exactly, I knew that it was going to be perfect for this pocket page. I also have the March Documenter kit from Studio Calico next to me so that I can bring in some pieces from that kit if I need to or if I want to. Because this kit, this month's kit, is a lot of it is focused on reading, as far as like the die cuts and stuff go. They're little tags, and so I thought it would be good to have some, like, I don't know, some pieces from another kit that weren't reading focused. And I was gonna do one 3x4 right here, but I'm thinking I might want to do 2 3x4s side by side so that I can have one that's like a title card and then one with like a little bit of journaling. I could do both of those things on a 3x4, which I might. Hi, thank you for joining. I'm glad you're here. I like that card a lot. This one too, even though it's like semi-rainbowy. See, like there are a lot of pieces that aren't, like one side will be about reading and the other side won't be, so. This is a cute card. Ah. Actually, I might want to use, hello. Thank you for joining. I'm happy you're here. I might use some of last month's kit for this. I feel like the colors are a better representation. Maybe not. This one's cute. I don't know. It's on the back of this one. Ooh, that's one of those cards that I really want to use both sides. how is your guys' morning going? What are you working on? Or are you not working on anything and you're just kind of following along, watching, listening? Maybe while you like clean the house or something? I don't know. Tell me what you're up to. While I painfully try to decide on cards. Okay, taking that one out. Taking that one out. And I think, oh, that one's cute. Whoa, that one's cute. But I think this would be good for one of my weekly. Okay, we've narrowed it down. I'm leaning toward this. Nice and simple, and then I can use some of like the chipboard pieces or something to dress it up a little. Just looking through last month's kit to see if there's anything in there that I want to pull out. I feel like you can probably hear those motorcycles. Unfortunately, that I cannot do anything about. Let's see, what are you guys working on? Crafting with the new Felicity Jane kit. Getting ready and might craft a little more. Ooh, birthday cards. That sounds fun. Oh, working on your blog. That's also fun. I was doing that the past few days, actually. Oh, these hexagon stickers, aren't they perfect? Oh, I love a good hexagon, though, so it's no wonder that I cannot get enough of those. I think these would be fun to do a 6x8 layout, just like a solid 6x8, and do a hexagon background like I did. If you follow me on Insta, you probably saw I did 2 hexagon backgrounds with some collections from the Reset Girl. It was last year sometime, but they were some of my favorites, and I always scrap lift myself for those. Ooh, your music album. I still keep forgetting to start that. I need to. You sent me those prompts, and I need to start it because I get excited just thinking about it. Trying to figure out what I want to use right now. I'm off to a slow start because my brain is not fully functioning yet. Let me see. I don't know what date I took these photos. Just wanted to make sure they were actually in April and that they weren't some random day in March, because I'm going to use an April stamp. Oh, and that reminds me, I really wanted to include one of these photos in my weekly, since this is going in my personal, so I may have to print one of these in like a larger size, 3x4. I'll write myself a note because I will forget. Okay. Here. Find all the things I'm looking for. This is my cutting mat, like my mini cutting mat. But every time I use, I know, maybe I'll get this one. This one's my piercing mat. Every time I use this Stays On ink pad, it's it kind of like slides around and jumps off my desk because it's extremely sticky, even though it's like not running out of ink or anything. It's just sticky. It makes obnoxious noises. I'm just seasoning this stamp. This is from the Studio Calico March stamp subscription set. Should probably find a piece of scratch paper as well. Okay. Nice. I like it. And yes, I did just accidentally put that big black blob over the B in the word just the best, or in the phrase just the best, but I know what it's I know what it says, so I'm not gonna be too bothered by that. I was aiming for it to be down a little more, but that's okay. It'll be fine. And then I kind of want something to cluster with that. Let's see. Hi, Carrie. How are you? How's your Saturday? I don't know what to put inside of there. But I know I want something. Maybe one of these guys. I'm also pulling this out because I'm going to want to use that at some point. Also, I need to get my nails done. They're like looking really sad, but they're also obnoxiously long and I cannot grab things. Oh no. Boo, having to work on a Saturday. Do you at least do something fun? I don't really know what I'm doing here. But one way or another, it'll work itself out. Well, not to be a bad influence, but I approve of it. I approve. I think I'm gonna add some wood veneer heart. It's in need of something and my brain is just not working at full speed yet to decide what. So, like I've said before, when in doubt, throw some wood veneer hearts on there. Actually, I don't know if I've said that exact phrase before, but I know I've said a variation of it. That's cute. I'll leave it there. That's not the direction I was heading in when I started that, but it's gonna work out. It's gonna be there. And then let's see. thinking I'm just gonna add the date stamp to this card to carry the black over here, and then I'll just call it done. Other than the journaling, of course. Let's see. I'm thinking, yeah, right there, just to keep that little vertical line going. And then because I am using two 3x4 cards in a 4x6 spot, I am just going to washi tape them together on the back so that they don't slide around and overlap each other when it's in my album. Ah, sorry. Apparently my fingers are not functioning this early either. And I like to leave the slightest gap between these cards when I do this. Not a big enough gap to where you can see the washi tape through it. Just big enough to where it doesn't look like, whoa, that one got a little crazy. Just a little tiny gap so it doesn't look like I washi taped them together and they're like perfectly stuck side by side, if that makes sense. It almost gives the illusion that like you have a pocket with two 3x4 spaces instead of one 4x6, like that. And then I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to trim these little things down because, yeah, they're just slightly too big for those 2x2 spots. This is where things get bad for me because as soon as it comes to like trimming something down by hand, actually I'll use my paper trimmer. I trim a tiny bit off and then I'm like, oh, it's crooked. So then I trim a little more to try to straighten it. And then it's still crooked, so I trim more and eventually I don't even have a photo. It's one of those things. Should fit. Perfect. These are just like tiny pictures. The lighting, the natural lighting in our apartment in the afternoon is super nice. And Ellie was just sitting on the coffee table staring at me. And I was just kind of like hanging out. And so I took these photos of her and she kept like looking all different directions. And then she was yawning in these two. And it's ridiculous. Cat mom. 100%. I'm that our family has a group chat and I'm that person that's always sending pictures of my cats like, oh my gosh, look what Ellie did today, she's so cute. And they're like, she's just laying there. No, really, look at it, look at her. Oh, maybe it was only that one that I needed to trim down. Actually, I think this one as well. Yeah. I think we've talked about this before the last time I did a morning stream. Are you guys morning people or night people? My entire life, I've always been a night person. And I have tried to train my body to be a morning person before, but like it's just not something that my brain is capable of. Hi, hello. And welcome. Thanks for joining us. A morning person. Okay, so I know we at least have 2 morning people in here because Drea is a morning person as well. I'm like so far from a morning person that my entire family and Cody's family knows that like if it's not a holiday, I generally will be almost silent until like 11 a.m. even if I've had coffee. If it's a holiday, I'm usually able to like push the happy out, and so I can get in like the human groove by like 9:30, 10. Although I don't like it, and I won't pretend I do. Oh, okay, yeah, I think it's a little different if you have kids that wake up like all throughout the night and then really early in the morning. That is like a forced way to train your body without a choice. So, yeah, that's. Oh my gosh, I am such a sleep person too. No wonder we get along so well. Because of my chronic fatigue, I have insomnia as well. I am one of those people that like I run on average on like maybe 3 to 4 hours of sleep a night. And so that's also probably why I'm not a morning person, because when I finally get to sleep at like 3 or 4 in the morning, then I have to wake up in a few hours. And so like that doesn't lend for a very happy happy situation. And I'm also someone that like once my any part of my body like touches the bed, that's it. Like I'm so tired that I can't even function. And not like I can just fall asleep after that, but I will yawn over and over for like 20 minutes just by like looking at my bed. Okay. I think that's actually, I'm just going to leave it at that for this one. I'll do the journaling off camera. I'll probably type it out and print it and put it in strips right here, just to make it easy on myself. And then I'll throw it in my 6x8 album. Let's move on to the next one. So for this one, I want to do one of these guys. And if you weren't here when I was showing this, it is, I don't know if that makes it any easier to see, maybe a little. It's a 6x8 pocket, but it has two 3x8 sides rather than four. It only has two. So this is the first time I've used this configuration, and also the first time I've used this configuration. So trying things out. Don't forget, if you're crafting while you're watching this, to use our hashtag MIM for Made in Mojave, MIM Crafty Stream, so that after we're done, I can go back and look at everything that you've been making while I'm talking about random things. If you need to see the hashtag, it's right here on the screen. Yesterday, or not yesterday. Oh my gosh, you slept until 6 a.m.? Who are you? Drea and I vacation together, as most of you probably know, and she is a saint for putting up with me not being a happy human until like whatever hour of the day and helping me find coffee no matter where in the world we are, no matter how hard coffee is to find. And telling everyone like, "Oh, it's okay. Just you don't need to talk to her. I'll talk for you for now." And she also lays quietly in her bed until I wake up. True friendship. I don't know where I'm going with this one. I just realized I printed out these photos because I wanted to use it with the new Studio Calico kit because it has like that book theme, but the cards are not the right size for this. And I'm trying to like not do a 3x4 quadruple card. You know what I'm talking about. I'm trying not to do that configuration. So I'm gonna need to do some paper. And that is why I love you. Finding me coffee and talking to the people until I am alive. have to start the task. If I want to continue on with this layout, which I'm kind of leaning toward like abandoning this and going back to it at the end if we have time, and working on my weekly, because the weekly one isn't fun. I get to use the cards. This one I have to like hunt down some paper to cut for those spaces that match the colors in this kit. Yeah, not feeling this right now, but I am going to put these in here because I do plan on completing this layout at some point. Now let's move into the week. I am working on, I don't actually know what week I'm working on. Where's my calendar? There it is. The week of April 1st, so week 14. There's my pen. I'm writing that here because I will forget. And I chose that week specifically because it's the start of April and I really want to use the April acetate piece. See here. So this was my first instinct when I opened the kit, was to put the April calendar behind it, because if I don't think that I will end up using that. But now that I'm thinking about it, that would be a fun card to use on like the second week of April for my title card. So maybe I will save that for that week. Hey Pook. I'm glad you're here. Ooh, look at that one. Oh, those colors. That's probably going to be the winner. I cannot resist those colors together. Just try this one out for fun. Oh, that one's really cute too, but this combination just screams Susanna. So that is what I'm going to go with. I know, aren't they perfect for each other? They're like a little match made in heaven. Going to secure this with my tiny attacher. Being right here. And because I like groups of 3, I'm going to put one down here as well. And then for the date, I'm just going to do it right here. And last time I lifted the acetate and did it on the card underneath so it would show through. This time I'm going to just do it right on the top with some stays on. Which, wish me luck, never in my years of crafting have I ever been able to successfully stamp on a slick surface, no matter the ink or the stamp, without making a big old smudgy mess. So we're crossing our fingers because I don't have another one of these things to replace it with. It's okay. It's not the best thing I've ever seen, but from far away to you guys, that probably looks pretty darn good. Try this one. Not bad. Okay. I can deal with that. And then I'm just gonna grab one of my many pens. One of them in here is for slick surfaces. Let's see if I can locate it. Not that one. I think it's this one. Yeah. Oh, I forgot. I think this pen is dead. Wait. It might be coming back. Oh, pretty sad. Oh yeah. I didn't do my journaling. This is what it turned out like. Sorry, the glare. Let's see. There we go. So just did the 6 little photos. This, I did the date stamp right here, and then I'm gonna type out my journaling after the stream and just glue it in strips right there. And then the 3x this layout I abandoned for now because I just wasn't feeling it, and I will go back to it to work on it later. Let's see. I really want this pen to work because I don't think any of my other pens will write on a slick surface. I'm using a water brush right now in case you're wondering what I'm doing. I'm using a water brush to wet the end of it. To try to help it. You know how like you like stick the pen in your mouth, like get it to work better? Same concept, except I'm not getting this liquidy ink in my mouth because that doesn't seem safe. It's not reviving itself. Okay. That's sad. I will have to order another one of these. In the meantime, we are going to try, oh, I think this one actually works as well. This is the Tombow Mono Twin. Pretty sure this one works. Yeah. Perfect. Now I just have to hope that it doesn't smear everywhere. Oh, there it is up close. I need to keep this pen out so I remember to order a new one. Because while the mono, what is it called? Mono Twin? Mono Twin pen from Tombow works really nice on slick surfaces. This pen, this is the Stabilo OHN Universal. Oh my gosh, this thing writes on photos and slick surfaces so nicely. Move this out of the way. And all right, now let's see. I always like get really excited for one part of the stream or one part of the project, and then once I complete it, I feel like lost. Like, all right, well, now I'm done. So I have to like reset. We have the title card. I guess I should figure out the layout that I want to do based on the number of photos that I have. So not all of these are for this week. Some of them just fit the configuration that I was printing, and so I added a few extra photos. And I know this is probably really loud, this like crunching and cracking of the see if I can do multiple at a time. Oh, check that out. Nice. I'm trying to like assess which ones go with this week that I'm working on. One does not. Where did I put my photo up there? And oh wait, this one goes up there. Sorry, I was texting Cody. He just left to go grab himself some lunch at Chick-fil-A. And we eat lunch really early. We eat lunch at 11. Or today I will be eating at like 1 or whenever at 12, 1, 12:30. I actually can't eat 90% of everything at Chick-fil-A because of my various food allergies, but for some reason their hash browns don't hurt my stomach, and I don't know what time they stopped serving breakfast, but I could really go for some hash browns this morning. And it's so funny to me. I love Drea. I knew you would think that that was tasty sounding. I don't know. It's weird. Greasy food, fast food, and then like extra, like particular fast food places, I just cannot even go near. But for some reason, of all the things, the Chick-fil-A hash browns don't hurt my stomach, and they're not so greasy that they make me feel gross. Yes, that is all of them. Oh, except for the photo of Ellie that I wanted to print, which I don't think I'm going to now. I'll just leave that in my 6x8 album. I will put this. Oh, wait, it's going to be flipped like this. Although, you know, I'm always talking about how. Oh, hold on one sec. Sorry, I'm going to mute for just a second. Actually, I'm going to put my BRB screen on just one sec. Sorry, guys. Okay, I'm back. Sorry. Thank you for being patient with me. Somebody was at the door. We don't have visitors, so I was confused. You did see a pic, guys. Dropping things. Let's see, where did that photo go? It's actually a screenshot of a polo when you guys were poloing me. So I have all of those. Okay, now I'm ready to get started. So the struggle that I always have with my weeks is that I like my title card to be big. And I also have this weird preference where I prefer the title card to be on the left side of my layout when it's open. But that means that, like, when the page is flipped over to the week before it, it would have that space on the right hand side. I know this isn't making any sense, but in my mind it is. I'm actually going to pull out Oh, I didn't do the week before this yet. Okay. I'm gonna just, you know, like crafty logistics, you have to figure out where things can be located based on the week that you did previously. And because I haven't done the week previously yet, I will just, oh, that's just, if you can hear that, a cop yelling at people in the street over his loudspeaker. We live in a city and we live right next door to the convention center, and right now Monster Palooza, not really fully sure what that is going on, and there are like thousands of people everywhere out there, so I'm sure somebody was doing something stupid. I will just make sure the week before this week has 2 of these layouts so that this can remain on the left side. And I even pulled out a, that's not what I pulled out, where's that little one? I also pulled out a 6x12 in case I wanted to throw that in the center, which I've been doing a lot of because I have been ending up with a lot of photos. Let's start with the first page. And if you've watched any of my other streams where I was working on like a weekly layout, I've mentioned before that I know there's so much action everywhere over here today. Keep getting like sidetracked and losing my train of thought. I don't put my photos like in the order of the week as you look at the page. They're just kind of, if the photo is from that week, it's on there somewhere. And that's really all that I care about. And that gives me the freedom to like mix the colors so that they're balanced, the colors of the photos and stuff. Which I think, for myself personally, ends up turning out better overall. Okay, good. I've said that to a few people and they were like, "Oh my gosh, I wish I could do that, but I have to have it flow in order." And I mean, I respect that because deep down I'm like, "Oh, I wish I could get it to work out that way," but there are so many photos and they're all different orientations and stuff that I just throw them in there. The concept of like me just getting the week documented is a big enough accomplishment in itself. I do have 2 photos of my desk here. One of these will probably get cut, but I like the sunshine coming through on that one, so I'm going to leave it. And then I'm going to balance the blue with that, and then we'll have just a random card right there, like a filler card, I think. Although, if I put one more photo, I think we can make the full layout without the center 6x12 piece. So let's see here. I also try to like space out the photos with people in them. This week I have a lot of photos with people in them. Usually if there's a photo of a person, it's either Cody or I or both of us together. But a lot of my weeks look like this. Photos of like my desk, photos of things I worked on, screenshots, just because we don't do a whole lot throughout the week with work and everything. So I just kind of use this as a place to document basically like the little everyday things that make me smile. And so in doing that, I end up with like a lot of desk photos. Although this week was pretty balanced, so I'm pretty happy with it. I agree, visual flow is important. Thinking I want this one over here. And so I know that this may be crazy to some people, but if I really want this right page, or like whichever page, if I really want one of the pages to be this 9 3x4 composition, and I have one photo that's landscape orientation instead of portrait, I print it as a 3x4 in landscape, and then I cut it down the middle, and I put 1/2 in one side of this and 1/2 in the other, and I just use a 3x4 card behind it. so that like this would be in one pocket and then this would be in another. And honestly, when you're looking at it, you can't even tell. And then you don't have to worry. The first time I ever did it, I tried to pull these apart. And it kind of worked, and it was kind of a disaster. So I just don't go that far anymore. I just chop it in half and throw it in there. Let's see. That one there. This one here. This little guy over here. Wait, this one over here. Wait, I'm confusing myself. How do I want this? I'm trying to organize like the people and stuff so that it's not overwhelming anywhere. I think I like that. And because I already have one picture on my desk, I'll just use this photo and I'll document it in like a 6x8 in my personal album or something. It'll still get used. I also keep this little 3x4 iris case in my tool bin right here. And while I'm documenting like this, any extra photos that end up being like removed or I don't use, I just throw in there so that I can go back to it later. Or if I'm feeling like creating and I don't have a specific photo in mind that I want to create with, but I'm feeling crafty, I'll just go into that and pull out a random photo and use that and create a layout with it. So this is looking good. I'm actually going to leave it here and put some cards in and see if we can get this going. I love the back of this card. So I know I'd have a hard time chopping it in half to put it in there. We'll see. This one's a cute color and it pulls this poppy color from the April over to this side. That's a possibility. Okay, I think we're gonna go with that actually. And then let's add in some 3x4s. I can straighten this pile out. 2 landscape photos on top of each other and shrink them to make one 3x4. Oh, I see what you're saying. So like that, and you'd have a 3x4 and a 3x4, and then you could put them in a 3x4 pocket, one on top of the other, or you could put it in 2 3x4 pockets, 2 small horizontal. I like that. I'm gonna do that on a future week. Thank you. On Instagram, when I have photos that I want to share in my stories and I have multiple horizontal ones that are like of the same thing but are slightly different, that's how I share it. I put them landscape stacked on top of each other to just save the space and put it all in one slide. And I really like that. So it makes total sense using that same like technique. I'm excited to give that a go in here. Thank you. I love that even like the craftiest of people, I think we sometimes get into our heads and like sometimes there are things that are so simple, like that if you really think about it, that's a simple concept, but yet my brain, I've never thought about doing that in this. I love that no matter how much you craft or how long you've been crafting, you can always learn even the smallest of new things from other crafters. And I think that's one of the reasons I love streaming so much is because, you know, I don't know everything about crafting, and I do share a lot of tips and tricks here with you guys, but I feel like you guys share as much with me as I do with you. So, it's a little selfish, but I mean, I benefit from this too. Maybe that one? I'm not extremely in love with this photo or with this card. I'm trying to figure out a way that I could use it and make myself like it a little more. Oh, that's what I'll do. I'll just use the other side of it. Oh, man. Can you tell that it's still early in my brain? That one there. Oh, this kit has so many cute cards in it. I think I like that there. That's super cute for there. There's a lot of pink going on in this side of things. I feel like I want to bring in a bit more blue. That's a subtle blue, but it's something. And this side needs a little blue also. That's a really pretty card. Would solve the blue problem. But I would want it. I know, maybe I'll put this here. Nope, I like this there. This, okay, I'll be completely honest right now. This huge blue circle in this photo is like really throwing me off. I can deal with like this pretty subtle blue over here, but that thing is like a pure royal blue. And primary colors and I do not get along. I think I like that more. Okay, we're getting there. Honestly, this is usually the part that takes me the longest. And you know, actually, I think I'm gonna take this one. I don't know if you guys watch, follow, subscribe to, you know, all of the above. Heba from My Little Journal. I adore her, and she does these things. This thing with these cards where she trims around this like with a craft knife and then slips her photo underneath it. And every time I see it, I'm like, oh my goodness, I need to do that right now. And then I forget about it and I never come back to do it. So I think today might be that day. This photo has a lot of space to trim stuff off around that, so I think I'll use that one there. And then I need to replace that card, so I think that's where I'll pull in my blue with that one. And then we just need a card for behind here. It doesn't leave a lot of space for journaling for this week, but I'll probably put some labels on some of the photos to journal right on them, so that's not too concerning for me. You know what else she did with the TN kit? Her name is Heba, and her username on YouTube, I believe, is My Little Journal. And on Insta, it's Heba, and I don't want to say her last name terribly, but I'm gonna... Hello? Heba, so H-E-B-A, and then her last name is... I don't even want to try to pronounce it. I'm terrible at pronouncing things. It's A-L-S-I-B-A-I. Hold on, I'm typing it in here. This is her Insta. B-A-I. That's her Insta, and she has links to like her YouTube and stuff in her Insta bio. And she works mainly in traveler's notebooks and pocket pages. And I always get new ideas when I'm watching her videos, so highly recommend checking her out. I don't know what I want to put under there. No, can't do those dots. Plus, I don't want to give up that side because I love that color. Thinking that. This is a really pink and red heavy layout, but that's okay. I think I like it. Yeah, I don't want to keep going and looking back at these cards because I'll change my mind like 300 more times before I make a decision. Sometimes you just have to cut yourself off from changing things. I am going to just scoot this over. I'm not even going to move it very far because I don't think there's too much going on here that I have to work on. So this one, oh, I'm on the wrong side. Can go right inside. This is something that I will just never, I've come to terms with the fact that I will never get good at putting 3x4 cards in pockets. It's just not in my skill set, and that's fine. Let's find some labels. I'm thinking the labels from this month's Kelly Perky kit, which I really contemplated doing a stream about playing with this kit, but it's really food centered, and I wanted to wait until I had a week. Ooh, hit the camera thing. So sorry if that shook it everywhere. I wanted to wait for a week where I had more food photos, which is a normal week in my life, so we'll try again with the next week. Okay, I think these, I'm gonna keep the alphas out, and oh, look at that stamp set. I love it so much. And I'm gonna keep, I think these labels match. Actually, where did these come from? I'm a mess. I think the kit from last month, really perky kit. Ha. That's one of our colors. And so is that. This one will work. And then pull out my little bag here. This is where I keep, I've mentioned this in a past stream, but I mainly use the Studio Calico kits and the Kelly Perky kits to do my weekly pocket pages in my 9x12, and so the extra pieces from those kits, after I've used the majority of the kit, get tossed in here. So then I have like this bag of extras. Say I get down to a kit that only has like 3 cards left, but I want to document a whole week. I put those cards in, and then I go through the extras from previous months and previous kits to find the remaining cards that will match, because the majority of them are also Studio Calico and or Kelly Perky, so they have the same texture, they have the same like feel, vibe, look, color palette, you know, that type of thing. That's where these labels are from. Okay, yeah, look, these ones are gonna work really well. These ones, I think, are a bit too deep. Yeah, they don't quite match up, so I'm going to take those away. And we'll stick with these ones. Looking for a label that would work well on that photo. Ooh, this blue is going to look really nice next to that card somewhere. I'm thinking I'm going to use this one. It'll contrast nicely against the photo, and I don't have like a ton of words to say about this, so and like in everything I do, slightly crooked, slightly off center, but I don't care. Then we'll work on, I want to keep gravitating toward that one. So I'm gonna do what I usually do, and that's just back my photo on some white. I just feel like it needs a little bit of a matte behind it. And for this, I'm just using 80-pound cover stock. It's nothing special. It's just a good quality white, thicker than normal paper. Cardstock, cover stock. Then when I put it on there, I mean, it may not even look like a huge difference, but I feel like the photo is just more pronounced when it is backed on white. Now that I'm putting this all together, I really wish I backed it on a color like this. I don't think I have anything solid color that is this exact mustard. Part of me is like, I don't really want to go look, but then the other part of me is like, that would look really cute. You know those struggles? Peeking in my scraps drawer or bin really quick. Nope, too greenish yellow. Got that one. Nope, too orange. Huh. The sad part about all of this is that I know I have one the exact color. I was just too lazy to go try to get it. But I'm getting it. So this is my, if you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm just barely off camera because I cannot shove this big, huge thing on the desk without knocking the microphone off. This is where I keep my solid colored cardstock. And I know that there has been a Felicity Jane kit that has had a similar color to that yellow. Getting there. And yes, that was, it didn't look like it, but that was a different yellow than the previous. Ooh, I think I may have found it. Let's see. Yes, that's the one. And again, I know it doesn't look like it, but that was a different yellow than the one before that. I'm just quickly making sure that there isn't one. There's a better match. A little less yellow, but it's, I mean, a little less orange, but it's a little more green. And I think the orange matches better. Okay, I'm gonna stick with that one. Let me slide this back on the shelf. At this point, it truly is like you guys are just here at my house scrapbooking with me, because I've gotten to the point where I feel comfortable like quickly walking away from the camera to grab something, and I don't feel like I'm abandoning you guys. It feels like you're just here hanging out. I'm just very easily peeling this off. It leaves some funk on the back, but that's fine. Do you guys have any fun plans this weekend? Or are you just hanging out at home? We did quite a bit last weekend, so this weekend, I mean, today at least, I have no plans of going anywhere. Tomorrow I have to go to my sister's baby shower, but other than that, again, tomorrow, I will just be staying home. Ooh, look at that. That was worth it. That was 100% worth it.
You just
Okay. Cody just got back, and I was giving him a minute to come in without feeling like he needed to be like silent. So that seems to be close-ish to the center. Close-ish enough. And then I'm gonna just do I want to do my journaling underneath. Trying to decide if I want to do it right on there. Ooh, have fun dyeing your hair. He just got home and he is about to enjoy his Chick-fil-A. I don't know if I want to do the journaling right on there where it'll kind of get lost in the background, or if I want to put a label, or if I just want to use a really dark pen so that it stands out. That's what I'm leaning toward. I don't think I need to put a label. So I'm just going to use this Faber-Castell pen. It's one of their Pitt artist pens. It's India ink, so it's nice and dark. I think I'm just going to use that to do a few lines of journaling. Yeah, you can see it easily. And I'm gonna tell you, hold on one sec, let me finish writing this. I should not be trying to multitask. I could use my Dymo, but I didn't want to, after I did all of the journaling I wanted to do, I would have way too much to add to that. I tend to stick to that for like either having a whole card to put the text on or just having a short, yeah, see, you get it. When I do journaling, I don't really worry about where in here it falls, like if it's more right, more centered, more to the right or more to the left, because I just stagger it and then it all ends up evening itself out basically, so that you don't have to worry about keeping everything right below your photo. And I'm going to pull the staples down from the top and just add a couple right there. Where did the stamp set for this month go? Here it is. I really want to use this captured and these little moments. I love those too. Woo. All right, I'm pulling out the ones that may look good with this layout. That one's cute. That one's cute, but we have a ton of pink going on. Okay. I'm going to stick with those ones. And again, this one is cute, but we do have a ton of pink going on, so I'm going to remove that one as well. Chipboard, stickers. See how I can spruce things up in here. Ooh, you know what I really want to do? I'm not even going to attempt it, honestly. I really wanted to put this captured right here, but in white. But my white ink pad and I are currently in a fight, and I don't want to ruin that photo, so I'm not going to. I currently use, what white do I use? I use this Stays On opaque white ink pad, and I'm just going to be 100% honest with you, it's crap. I love Stays On, but I cannot stand that white ink pad. It's like gooey and it gets everywhere and it's a disaster. I've been told, what is it? Memento? Is that the white that everybody really likes? I haven't tried it yet, but I'm extremely picky about white, especially white ink. So if you have any recommendations, let me know. Thinking actually. That's kind of cute, and it's white, so it really stands out. Can you see that? Instead of thinking too much into it, I'm just going to go ahead and do it. But I am going to pull some of the backing off of this because I don't really want it to be as thick as it currently is. And I'm going to use double-sided sticky tape to adhere that. And I'm too lazy to cut down my double-sided sticky tape to be the right size. So I just, when I peel this off, I just fold up all that excess back over. Of course, this is like the one time it's not going to work nicely. It's extremely sticky, and it is not I know that sounds silly, but it is not usually as sticky as it is right now. There. That'll work. There. Very simple way to decorate a photo. I really love these, but the bright turquoise, wait, turquoise is more blue. The bright teal, I think this is a teal. I think so. Just kind of really throws things off. So I'm just gonna grab out these that I have at my desk and see if there's anything I want to add, because I don't want to add too much more, but I'm thinking like maybe one little word strip sticker on here and on here would tie it all together nicely. These are the, what are these? These are the Simple Stories. They're not the Posh sticker set. They're, it might be the Carpe Diem. Is that what their line was? Honestly, I don't know. It's just their word strip stickers. I think they only have like 2 packs. They have their standard pack and then they have their Posh collection pack. And this is not the Posh collection pack, so it's the other one. This is cute. Maybe I will use the stars. It needs just a tiny something. And maybe a wood veneer star. Make it a nice cluster of 3. Where can I put it that it looks like it's not out of place, because right now it's looking out of place everywhere. Right there, that's where I'm gonna put it. There we go. It's probably hard to see, so I'm gonna... And then I think I'll incorporate those stars and wood veneer stars on this side of the page as well to pull it all together. And then on this one, I'm gonna do 2 word strips. Maybe only 1. Sometimes I can't find one that isn't like overly cheesy. Yeah, I'm pretty sure these are the Carpe Diem pack of stickers. Here we go. That'll work. Let's throw these inside of the pockets. I can, or maybe I'll just fight with it. Go. Ugh, this is my least favorite part about pocket pages. Oh my goodness. You guys struggle as much as I do with this, or am I just not very skilled? I mean, it makes sense if it's the second one. There's the first half done, and now we're gonna work on the second half. Believe it or not, we might actually get through a full week, journaling and all, in this stream. I'm getting better at this, guys. The last 2 weekly layouts I tried to create, I only got like 2/3 of the way through. Grabbing my... Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. They are a hair smaller than 3x4, and it's really annoying and frustrating and causes all sorts of issues. Yeah, some of them I trim, some of them, they fit, I just can't get them in the pockets, and I know it's user error. Awkward on stream trying this out. Yeah, this is way harder than she makes it look. If you're someone that can cut a straight line, it's probably not that difficult. I'm sure you guys know by now, I don't have the skill of cutting straight lines or like putting things on layouts in a straight line. It does not work for me. She does it super quickly too. She just like plops it down and then cuts it, and it looks amazing, and then she like on with her layout. I am having the struggle of a lifetime. It could also have to do with the fact that I'm using this monstrous craft knife that I used to cut through chipboard because I didn't want to find my smaller one. Okay. Cutting myself a little bit of slack. Doesn't look perfect, but it's the first attempt, so. As long as it like functions the way it's supposed to, I'm gonna consider it a success. Basically, as long as I didn't chop, as long as I didn't chop the whole banner off, we're gonna say it was a success, and it looks like I didn't, so. Then I'm gonna trim the photo down. I don't know if I trimmed it enough. I was just eyeballing it. I'm pretty sure I did. We'll see. Okay, but seriously, like, look how cute that is. And if I trimmed this and there was like, oh, well, now it's going over Cody's head, though. I didn't think that part through. Okay, clearly, I'm a noob at this. I guess I could just... That kind of defeats the whole purpose of cutting the slit. Oh, well... This sucks. I mean, I could do it like this, and I could just trim more of this off, because, like, Cody's legs don't matter. Or I could put it where it's supposed to go, and it's, like, taking his face over. What to do, what to do. I agree, trimming his legs. Again, just eyeballing it. Perfect. Okay, next time I'll know to choose a photo that is better, is a better layout for this technique. I mean, duh, I didn't even think about what would happen. It's still cute though. Going to trim this a little so there's less white. And the white that there is showing, I want it to just be like a very straight line and not all jagged. And I'm going to put a little dot of glue right here to adhere this little flap. Ah! I think this bottle gets stuck in like a, there we go, like a suction. Not there. That's done, although yeah, that's it for that. This, we'll put a label on this. This a bit too orange for me. We'll go with this red one. It's more like an orangish red, like that poppy color I was talking about earlier. Actually, yeah, this one matches nicely. And I'm gonna have it run off the edge, and then I'm just gonna trim the excess because I don't want to cover up this portion of the photo, and I don't really need that much space to do my quick journaling because it's just gonna be like a line. Where did I put that pen? That there. I'm gonna back this photo on that same yellow that I backed the other one with. I love that there's yellow in this photo, so that also pulls some of the yellow out of the layout. Throw that on there. Maybe I'll add one of these hexagons or a chipboard piece. Oh, actually, oh no, that already has text on it. I don't know. There's so much going on. So many things to choose from. I will go with... Actually don't want to go with any of those. Not feeling any of these. I'm gonna throw this little thing on there. And then again, pulling the staples over to this side, I'm going to add those. I might add something below that. I don't know yet. This one. I'm actually going to stamp this on. I'm working on a different photo now all of a sudden. Yay, hello, you made it. I'm so happy you're here. I am working on week 14. Oh, that's what I forgot to put on my title. On my title card was the week number. I'm gonna go back and add that in a sec. Okay. I don't think I really wanted that label there, but I put it down, and so that's where it's staying. The less little details I like obsess over, the better for the layout. It turns out better if I just go with the flow. Where did I put my ink pad? Missing like everything else around here. What in the world? Oh, I put it away. Imagine that. And then grab my scratch paper. This is the first time I've used this stamp. Just stamp it a couple times. I love the quality of Studio Calico stamps. They're some of my favorite as far as quality goes. Oh, I like that. Thank you. That makes me so happy that you noticed my go with the flowness. I've been trying. And I think I want like one line on here. I think I might just write it on there. I mean, why not, right? I can't really think of another way to add the text, so I'm gonna write it. I mean, I could do another label or something. That's too much. Going with it. Oh, wait, look at this little thing. Oh, okay. I'm not just going for it. I'm gonna actually use this. It's cute. Where'd my tweezers go? Uh-oh. Starting to lose things. Oh, they're right here. And again, pulling some of the backing off so it's not as thick. I'm at least hoping to work. Yeah. And it does kind of blend in with my shirt, but I think that that's almost a good thing because it's nice and subtle. And it also means that it doesn't compete with the label at the top. Nice. Then I'm going to cut this card in half. Although, I will say, now that Carrie said that, I almost think it would be better if I just put this in my save pile and then reprinted it and put it right here. And then I could do my journaling under it. I'm leaning towards that actually, because then I could pull in, where did the cards go? My mess, starting to fall. Then I could pull in this card for more yellow. I have glue on my hand. And I could do something cute with, oh, okay. This might have to be what happens. Although I was kind of thinking I would use the struggle of getting things off the desk. I was kind of thinking about doing a little like tag situation. It's kind of big and I don't want it to. Oh, but look how cute that is, and it blocks all of the unnecessary stuff. Ooh, is that too much yellow next to each other? Nah. We're doing it. Again, going with the flow. Not overthinking it. But I do need a piece of twine for that because I don't do tags without twine. Or ribbon or something. Grab some scissors. Hoping. The black is kind of harsh. What if I use like a charcoal gray and it's a little more subtle and oh no. There we go. I think I'm gonna go with that. It's thin also. It's not as thick as this other twine. I'm thinking about doing a poll on Insta later today of the best, people's favorite / best times and days of the week for streaming. We've tried a lot of different days and times already, but I kind of just want to get a feel for days and times that work with people's schedules. So keep an eye out for that. And then if you wouldn't mind going and giving me your answer, I'm going to do one of the little like poll boxes where you put your answer in. because that will help me out quite a bit. Trimming that, it doesn't need to be super long, it just needs to be a little something. Then we'll add some staples. Oh, and apparently this is going over here now. Why can't I decide where I like that? I'm gonna put it there. Where is my, I need a 0.1. Here we go. And then I'm gonna grab a date, phone. I don't really necessarily need to know the date that this photo was taken on, but there's a little extra space on the tag. I think that the date, the roller date stamp would have a would look cute. That's what I'm trying to say. And I was just planning on doing the date, but I really wanted to add a little tiny sentiment. We're making so much progress, friends. I feel so accomplished. Okay, so there are a bunch of different ways we can do this. Oh, that makes me so happy, Mandy. I love hearing that. I actually really enjoy these streams for the fact that I get to chat with everyone as well, but I also love, I even come away learning things, and like, it makes me craftier. I can go like weeks at a time without touching my crafting supplies, so doing the streams actually gives me a reason that I have to do it, but I don't have anything I have to create, so it's like a perfect balance of commitment, but still like free play time. And I've noticed that it makes me feel more crafty throughout the week as well, so that's always nice. Thinking like, I don't know, like this maybe? I was gonna do it like that, but I want to add twine, and I don't want it to be all like suffocated in that corner, so I'm thinking this, a little twine, and then maybe, where did I put them? Nope, are they over here? Yes. A couple of these layered behind. Yay! Oh, that's so exciting. I've been getting a lot more crafting done since I started doing the streams as well, like on nights that I'm not even streaming. I feel like once you get the creative juices flowing at like some point in the week, then they just continue on. This one maybe? And I need one more. I'm leaning toward this one. Nope, I don't want that one. How about this one? There. There. No, I don't want that. Like it's not feeling like it flows well. Let's adhere this. Like that. And then I just needed to do a little less overlapping. No, I just don't like it. Save those for something else. Not bad. Still not in love with it. This should probably be the one where I pull in stars and wood veneer stars, and then let's grab another piece of twine. Just gonna do the same one. Where did my... There they are. And I always do this where I forget to adhere the twine until after it's stuck onto my card, but luckily most of the time it ends up working out. Oh yay, I'm so glad to hear that. Yeah, I'm gonna trim these a little. They're kind of leaning, but they'll figure themselves out once they're in the pocket. Actually, I might just do... Oh, you know what I really love? I think it's Carrie that does this, actually. She, like, does her twine, and then the twine is obviously longer than this, and then she kind of folds it over and then staples it. And I cannot get enough of it. I'm gonna do that on a layout in the future. Not this one, though, because I don't want to have to cut a longer piece of twine so it doesn't look silly. I just added some very lazy way to add some adhesive to the twine so that I can kind of stick it down and then it won't move. I'm gonna do the same to the other one. I try to do it in a way that it still looks like it's not adhered, like it's just kind of sitting there. And then in this documented tag, I think I want to use I'm going to use this little April stamp again. Yes. Do I want to do it in black or gray is the question. I'm going to stamp out both colors. I actually already have black stamped out. I'm going to stamp it in gray and see. One of my favorite grays is Attic Dust in this Prima Chalk Edger. It's a very warm gray, so it has yellow undertones, and I love it. Oh, I think the gray is gonna look so good. Okay, I'm gonna move forward with that. Ah. I kind of like, because the tag and then it goes down, when I went like that, it kind of rocked a little. And this whole April right here is really smudgy. Normally I may try to fix that, but I am planning on putting a stamped sentiment right there in black. So I think it'll cover up that smudge pretty nicely, and then I don't have to worry about it. I'm grabbing my Everyday Things stamp set. And these are now available in my shop, mademojave.com, and right now they are 15% off with the code SPRING15. So if you are in the market for new stamps, one is my favorite as far as sentiments go. Mainly because the sentiments are not really like feely. They're like very simple. I'm using the phrase everyday things, or the sentiment, the words, whatever you want to call it. Can't even tell that the April is all smudgy. Yes, so that's actually, I hear that a lot from people, is that they have a bunch of stamps and they don't use them. I always recommend grabbing a few from your stash and putting them on your desk within reach so that they're there. And like, if you have like 3 just sitting on your desk, you're more likely to grab them. Or if you have like a little bin, you can do like 5 to 10, however many, where you don't feel overwhelmed. And then if you just put them there and you know that they're very like generic almost, that they can work for any theme, they're not strictly Christmas or holiday or birthday, you know, something that can only be used at certain times of the year or the month. If you just make really generalized choices based on like what you document most, I feel like you will end up reaching for them more. This year is actually, I don't know what it is, but I like cannot get enough stamping. I want to stamp all the things everywhere, all the stamps. If you guys want a stream solely focused around like stamps and using your stamps and things like that, let me know and I will schedule one. Yes, please do share pics. I would love that. Adding a little stars. And then of course a wood veneer star to pull in the wood veneer from the other side of the layout. And also, if you're the type of person that like, maybe you go around your little crafty area and you pull out a few things you want to use, like, oh, I really love this stamp, or I really love this paper pad and I want to use that in this project, and I really love this die cut pack, I want to use that. Make like a conscious effort to grab at least one stamp set that you think is cute, and then like challenge yourself basically to use it in that layout, or like the next 3 layouts that you make, projects, whatever you want to call them. I do that for myself and it helps a lot. I didn't decide where I wanted this star. I'm going to use one that doesn't have blue on it, and kind of place it in different areas until I figure out where I like it. That's where I'm going to put it. Turning out pretty good. I'm liking it more and more. I need to figure out what card I want to use behind the tiny photo that I need to print. Which I definitely could wait to print the photo, but knowing me, I won't end up ever doing it. It'll just sit there photo list. So I'm just going to do it really quick while we're chatting. Going to find it. Because I print 4 at a time, I'm just going to find a few others that I really like. And print those as well. Even if they're photos that I've already printed before, because I think I've mentioned it previously that I don't mind documenting the same photo multiple times if it's one that I really like. Especially if it's a small photo, it makes it really easy to like do a quick little traveler's notebook layout or whatever I'm in the mood to do. I don't have to search for a photo. So, let's see. One more. Okay. And I'm just printing this on my Canon selfie. It's probably going to be really loud for you guys, so I apologize. But then at least we can get that documented and we can get the layout finished. So in the meantime, I am going to work on this tiny bit of journaling that I'm going to do. I don't really know what I'm going to journal about, actually. Probably just some general... Sorry if I just bumped the camera. Just some general stuff about the week. I'm going to do that really quick while that's printing. Okay. Photos printed. I'm going to let it set for a minute, and I'm going to, instead of putting the date right there, I am going to grab my little tub, container, organizer, whatever we want to call this, of letter stamps. And I'm just going to put week 14. That's what week it was, right? Where did I write that? I'm pretty sure it was week 14. Maybe I should check before. I know I wrote it down somewhere. I just don't remember where I wrote it down, which is, yes, week 14. And the way I do this is I just dig in the little sections, I find one, and I stamp it. And I just try to basically, thank you for keeping track of my weeks for me. I just basically try to pull out letters in a font that are different from each other so that there aren't two that are the same right next to each other. And I also mix uppercase and lowercase. And I don't have numbers in those, so what I usually do is I will put week and then find something like, where did I put that? It's over here on my desk. Something like this, which is Kelly Perky Calendar Circles stamp set. And really any stamp set with numbers, but I like the mixture of these wonky mismatched letters with this little circle. Hi, Carolee. I am working on week 14. Look how cute that is. No, it's not. I don't want to turn on autofocus when I hold things up like that, because we all know the autofocus is like, I don't even know the word for it. That's the motion I use to describe it. It's very like jarring on the eyes. So I feel like if it's a tiny bit blurry, but you can see what I'm trying to show you, it's better than like your eyes hurting and getting a headache from that darn autofocus. And I think that the issue, honestly, with the autofocus is my fault, because I think if I put a solid color and then I held it so close, let's try this out, we're experimenting, that there was nothing else for it to focus on. Yeah, see, it stays pretty focused when I do that. And then there's a cute little line up here, and I kind of want to put something colorful. I just don't know what would look good. Oh, guy's kind of cute. He blends in a lot, and I kind of wanted something more bold. But I think I'm going to use it anyway. This one's really thin, so I'm just going to use my liquid adhesive. Ugh. Ah! Can't pick it up. I went for an intentionally crooked placement. Then I'm going to add a staple. Cut this photo out. And then find our journaling card to put it on. It's going to bother me. Black down here that came from the photo below it. I really want to get rid of. There we go. Let me pull the other page over so that we can get a look at it as a whole. Actually, I'm gonna put all of these, except for this one and the one that I'm working on, I'm gonna put them all away because, well, I can't, oh, because it's upside down. That makes sense. with the 3x4, with the 9 3x4 pocket pages like this one, if the slit is on the top, on the side that I'm working on, so it's not like this one where the openings were behind where I was working on, it's a little easier for me to put the cards in the pockets. But it's when we get like the multi-sized pages and the pages where the opening is at the back that I run into all sorts of trouble. Okay, so I'm gonna put these two next to each other so I can choose a card that goes well with the whole thing. This one I kept out because I want to add a little tiny something down there, I think. Sorry, I'm trying to... Oh, no worries. There will be plenty more, and the replay will be up on YouTube, so rewatch it and then come to another one in the future. That could be really cute, actually, if I trimmed the photo so that it wasn't taking over the whole entire... Or I could go with that one, since I never know how to use those cards that I don't really care for. Thinking I'm going to go with this, remember this one. I'm going to trim my photo a little. Oh, of course I cut that extremely crooked. That just made it worse. And so did that. Okay, I'm gonna stop. See, this is what I'm talking about. I cut a crooked line and then I have to keep correcting it until I don't even have a photo. I'm going to ignore the fact that it's slightly crooked, and I'm just going to adhere it before I change my mind. I don't actually think it's as crooked as I think it is, but this black line on the actual photo itself is kind of crooked, and it's making me feel like it is crooked, even though it's not. I want to put a little tiny something above this to kind of even out the spacing. I'm thinking... I like this "Oh Happy Day." Ooh, fun, prom. Yeah, I think that's more important than a stream anyway, so have fun with your daughter, helping her get ready. Hope she has a great time. Like I said, the replay will be up if you feel like seeing what happened, even though I can tell you it may not be too exciting. So I'm using this stamp that says, "Oh, happy day." It is also from the March Studio Calico stamp subscription set. Ooh, that's a mouthful of words. Ooh. I just thought right before I stamped it that I think I might want to do gray so that it's less bold. A little more subtle. I don't know. Nope, I'm just gonna stick with the black. When in doubt, go with your first instinct, right? Sorry, I feel like I just flung that pink punching mat at you guys. I also want to add a tiny something. It feels like it needs a little something. I don't know what. I don't think it's that. Maybe it doesn't need anything. It just needs a couple staples and, ooh, I know what it needs. Where did I put it? Here they are. A nice word strip sticker. Let's choose. Yeah. Yes, I think that pulled it together. That one away. And then we'll try to figure out what to put right there. I'm thinking something simple, like I don't know if I want handwriting right there or not. Sure, why not? It's very crooked. It's very wobbly, but it'll work. Oh my goodness, we did it. A full layout, a full week done in a stream, and it didn't even take me a million years. Okay, let me show you guys a close-up. Oh wait, no, I take that back. We're not done yet. We need to add week 14 to this, and then we will be done. I'm thinking I want to use these little guys. Sorry, I'm throwing things everywhere. These are my favorite tile alphas. They are from the American Crafts Faith. I don't know what it's called, but it's like their Faith line. You can get them at Hobby Lobby, and what I love about them is that it's not white on black. It is, it's black, and the letters and stuff are clear, transparent, translucent, whatever you want to call it. Why did I just pull out a K? I need a W. And I'm not going to measure where I put these to make sure everything fits nicely. I'm just going to kind of stick it on there. Oh, these are so cute. Where are my tweezers? They're very tiny and very difficult to place, which is why I go for like the kind of messy look, because it suits them so well. Oh my gosh. You know those times when like you just really feel like you need to pat yourself on the back for a selection of like product that you made? That's how I feel about those little tile alphas. Okay, let's get up close. I am gonna turn on autofocus. Oh, autofocus is on. Yikes, how long has that been on? I'm so sorry. So, let me try to get this without a, there we go. Go to the middle. And then here's the second page. If I ever accidentally turn on the autofocus, please yell at me in chat and tell me so that I can turn it off so it's not hurting your guys' head. And there it is. Let's tilt that a little so you can see it. Week 14, all finished using the Studio Calico April Documenter kit. Alrighty, friends, that finishes up today's stream. I have to go eat lunch, so I'm not like shaking all over the place. And I will be announcing next week's stream schedule on Instagram, so be sure you're following me over there. I also announce it on Twitter if you're more of a Twitter person. So either one of those or both. Don't forget to follow me here as well, because it does help my channel, but it also helps us reach out to more crafty people so that they can find us and join our little crafty community, and we'll just get bigger and bigger and make more friends that love to craft. So follow me here if you're not already. And then, yeah, I had one other thing to tell you, and you know, these things always slip my mind. So just, oh, I remember. I just wanted to let you guys know that the Creatives Club Facebook group, which is linked in my Instagram bio, has been having a lot of freebies and stuff recently, so go join that if you're not already. I also announce the stream schedule there each week. Okay, that about sums it up. Don't forget to share your projects with MIM Crafty Stream that you made today so that we can all see them, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!